Hey there, this is Misty. Today we're going to discuss market value, assessed value, and appraised value. What's the difference? Hi, this is Misty SOLDwisch from the Misty SOLDwisch home selling team here at RE/MAX Innovations, and welcome again to my video blog. One thing we get asked a lot by buyers that are going through the purchase process is there's all these different values that we're talking about. What is the difference and how do I determine what's a fair price for the home that I want to purchase? So there's three key values that come up during the process, and I want to tell you a little bit about what the difference is. So the first value is market value. Market value is basically what a home will sell for when it's exposed to the market within a reasonable amount of time. Now, that obviously isn't a really precise thing because it is a number that has a range. And it depends on a lot of different factors. What the scarcity is of homes in that price point, if there's a lot of distressed homes in the area, and then also how motivated the seller is or the buyer is in the process. But the general rule is that there is a range that's determined by the features of the home when it's exposed to buyers that are actively looking for a home with those kind of features. Now, one number that can kind of throw a wrench into your process when you're trying to determine what a fair price for a home is the assessed value. Now, assessed value is a number that is come up with by the local taxing authority. Here in Iowa, it is the county assessor that determines what the taxable assessed value is of a home. It is not uncommon at all for the assessed value to be pretty dramatically different from what the asking price is of the home or the market value. One thing that you need to remember as a buyer is that the county assessor does not go into homes on a regular basis. They might when the home's first constructed. They might have an idea when there's a permit pulled for a major improvement to a home, but they have a very vague general idea of exactly what the features are of that home after it was built. So because that assessed value is what determines the taxation on the home, most homeowners, when they get their tax notice in August, letting them know what the assessed value is, don't call up the assessor and say, hey, you forgot about this upgraded kitchen that I have and this $80,000 wet bar that I put in my basement. You need to raise my taxes. It doesn't make sense. So just keep in mind that instead what they're using is valuation data and an algorithm to kind of give an estimate, but that has really nothing to do with what the actual market value is of the home. The third value that comes into play when you are going through the process of purchasing is appraised value. Now, appraised value is the value that the bank is seeking in order to show that the collateral for their mortgage, the house, is sufficiently covering what their stake is in the mortgage. An appraiser will look at the facts and figures of the home, square footage, number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, that sort of thing. They will also look at least 3 recently sold homes that have similar features. And then they'll look at 3 homes that are actively on the market today with similar features to try to prove or disprove to the bank that the home is within a value range that makes sense for them to make the mortgage based on. One thing that we're starting to see a little bit as the market is improving dramatically in central Iowa is the market in some areas is moving a little faster than what appraised values have seen. And That can mean that there might be slightly low appraisals that come up, and we have to figure out solutions on if it makes sense to proceed with purchasing the home or not. Because they're using yesterday's data instead of just today's data, definitely something that we have to strategize and keep in mind. Overall, though, don't get too fixated on the different parts that we can't control: assessed value and appraised value. When we look at homes together, you're going to get an idea of what the market is saying that you can get for a home that meets your needs. And we really have to look at, for the length of time that you're going to be in the home, if it's an investment decision that makes sense for you. And that's what we're here to help you with. Now, if you're curious about what homes are currently going for in central Iowa and want an idea of what kind of properties are out there that you might be able to take a look at, click on our free MLS search link. If you are thinking about selling your home and want an idea of what values are today, click on our free home value report. Thank you so much. Have a great day.